Good morning, Falcons fans. My name is Patrick Seals, and welcome to Week 5 edition of predicting how disappointing are the Atlanta Falcons going to be this season. This week we play the New York Football Jets in London. Man, we play a UK game, man, and I don't really know how I feel about these London games. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not too big on these London games. You know what I mean? I hope we pull this win out against the New York Jets. And last time we was in London, the Atlanta Falcons ended up doing what Atlanta Falcons do best, and that's blowing a lead to the Detroit Lions in 2014. Now, of course, that game expedited Mike Smith's exit out of Atlanta. But more importantly, the Falcons played that game against the Detroit Lions, if anybody knows me, on October 26th. And that is my birthday. So that means at 9:30 in the morning, I woke up. Everybody saying happy birthday to me, and I turn on the TV to watch the Falcons play and ultimately lose, kicking off one of my worst years of my life that year because of the Atlanta Falcons. They're starting to lose that football game to the Detroit Lions. They was up 21-0 at the half, but suddenly they fell down a very long slope and never seemed to recover. I'm not a fan of these London games, man. I'm not gonna lie. The fans in London, they don't know how to react to football. They're not American football fans. They are soccer fans. They don't know how to react to American football. They just wear a football jersey. It doesn't even matter if it's the correct team. They wear college jerseys. They wear high school jerseys. They wear all the jerseys except for the teams that are playing. And I'm not a fan of going to London, wrong side of the road land, biscuit and chips land. They call cookies biscuits. They call potato chips fries and fries chips. It's madness over there, I tell you. It's madness. We go over there to play the New York Jets, and I, for one, think that we are going to lose this game because that's what Falcons do. In London, we're not adequately built to prepare ourselves mentally on the road, especially in London, in a different country, in a different time zone. And I don't think Arthur Smith will be able to get our boys ready in time to play a football game and win. We have a lot of things going on this week. Calvin Ridley will not be joining us in London this week for whatever reason. It's because of personal reasons, but I can't help but feel that he feels like a kid that just got in trouble in school, who's about to get written up and suspended, so he decides to skip a couple of days of school in hopes that by the time he returns, his write-ups are in the trash. Now, hopefully, it's nothing too major outside of death. I ask God to forgive me if it's something serious, but other than that, I'm going to roast you, Calvin Ridley, because you had a terrible game this past week, and you are not going to be able to redeem yourself this week because you decided to sit out. I hope everything's okay, but to me, ultimately, it feels like a kid who just got in trouble in school and is trying to avoid getting suspended by the principal, man. You had 4 drop passes this past week, and it wasn't a good showing for you, man. A lot of Falcons fans wanted your head. I personally believe you're not a wide receiver. You're not a starting wide receiver, man. Last year you had Julio Jones to depend on for 10 games, but I believe you work good as a number 2 wide receiver, being able to get open while the number 1 wide receiver gets the double team and the majority of the spotlight from the defense, because you had 4 drop passes this past week, man. And Isaiah Oliver this past week got put on IR. He exited the game Sunday early, and he did not return, and he got put on IR. And we're praying that he has a speedy recovery and everything's going well for him. And of course, the punter got put on IR as well. And I believe that he came into the season hurt, and that's why he had all those terrible punts. And because there's no way you're healthy and you're making those terrible punts. There's no way. So I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and say you were hurt from the start of the season. And the one good punch you had put you closer to the injury reserve list. And now we have Dustin Colquitt on our roster, and we hope that he works out better than our previous punter. And the Falcons are dealing with some heavy injury tolls from Isaiah Oliver, the punter, and of course Calvin Ridley not being able to play for us. So that means we're going to have to depend heavily on Kyle Pitts to play for us this week. And I hope the majority of our offense goes through Kyle Pitts and Cordell Patterson. As we saw this past week, Cordell Patterson is the lifeblood of our offense. Without him, we are not scoring points. We're not moving the ball. We are a very sad football team without Cordell Patterson. And hopefully he starts again over Mike Davis, because Mike Davis is he's underwhelming this year. He is very underwhelming, averaging 1.1 yards a carry last week. And overall, I know I talked to a couple of gurus before this video, and the guru told me that Mike Davis is going to be the one who gets those short yardage situations where he takes the pounding in between the tackles and he takes those hits from the linebackers. But hopefully he'll be able to string together a decent couple of plays. The offensive line will be able to block for him, and he can do his job adequately, because to this point, he has not been performing to the Atlanta Falcons standard, man. It has been a doozy for us. Like I said, Cordell Patterson, thank God for him. Matt Ryan had a decent game last week, thank God. But ultimately, the Falcons lost our previous game to the Washington football team because of our defense. Our defense is giving up 32 points a game, 264 passing yards a game, 119.3 rushing yards a game, totaling 393.3 yards total a game. Our defense is giving up entirely too many points and yards, man, and this is something that we desperately need to fix. So what I did was I asked a couple of the Falcons fans around my inner circle and asked them who they thought what was going to be the most disappointing player of the week. And Leon from Hestifer said, well, it was not Matt this week. The receivers killed us with drop balls, and the defense will get the blame for most. But I say the coaching staff on this one. We don't have an answer for mobile quarterbacks. Unfortunately, that is going to kill us until we do. That touchdown where Tyler Haneke, rolled and scrambled, then threw the ball back across the field, broke our backs. Rush came up the field, so he had to move. The coverage was great downfield. Just his ability to move and extend the play killed us. So coaching and defense in play. So basically what Jeff is saying is that our coaching staff isn't coaching our boys up adequately enough to be prepared for everything that they're going to face, including the mobile quarterbacks. The mobile quarterbacks has been an Achilles heel for the Falcons defense for at least the Mike Smith days, maybe even further than that. Every mobile quarterback we faced this year has given us problems, from Jalen Hurts to Tyler Haneke, Daniel Jones. All the NFC East quarterbacks are mobile, and they're going to be a trouble for us. Dak Prescott, if he's still healthy, he's going to be a problem for us. But now, oh man, mobile quarterbacks continue to be a problem for us, man. Deion Jones, I said that Deion Jones is coasting off his rookie year. Deion Jones had an excellent 2016 season, but ever since then, he's been coasting off of that 2016 rookie campaign where he posted multiple pick sixes. He took interceptions to the house multiple times, and he hasn't been the same linebacker since. Now, granted, he's been moved over to the will linebacker position, giving him access to roam in that backfield and get sacks. But ultimately, he's been in pass coverage and unable to get sacks and get in the face of the opposing quarterbacks, man, because we need his athleticism, especially last week. Tyler Haneke was making us look real foolish. And if we do this same thing to Zach Wilson, he will eat us up. No game is going to be easy for the Atlanta football team. We play the New York Jets, and we have a chance of winning. But we still also have a chance of losing. We are the Atlanta Falcons. People say it all the time. We're a two-quarter team. We play real good in the first two quarters. The third quarter, we start slipping up. And in the fourth quarter, we ultimately collapse. And that's what we do. This past game, we gave up 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. And y'all don't know, man. This stuff weighs heavy on me at night, man. I go to sleep and I just have nightmares about people pointing and laughing. Ha ha, 28-3. Ha ha, 28-3. And I have to continue coming in here and making these videos, man. And it's not a good day for me. Okay, let's keep it going. Jacob Brunson from Stockbridge gave us an 8 out of 10. 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. 8 is his disappointment rating prediction for this week. He says Calvin Ridley. I have to say Calvin Ridley has been the most disappointing player on the Falcons in 2021. Number 1, terrified of contact, misses several first downs because of it. Number 2, runs east and west too much because he is scared of contact. Number 3, dropping passes. Now, Jacob, it's important to remember, Jacob said this before the game on Sunday. He sent me this message, and I forgot to say it in the last video, but he said Calvin Ridley was going to be the most disappointing player last week. And here we are this week. He's not even playing this week. So Calvin Ridley, for 1, he had too many drop passes. 2, he's always had a problem going east to west too much, trying to avoid tacklers and losing us many, many yards. He's had this problem since he came to the Falcons. And it's a problem that I don't think is going to get fixed because, like Jacob's saying, he is scared of contact. He's a smaller dude compared to the rest of the defenders in the NFL, and he kind of has injury problems. He's been injured for the past couple seasons with us, at least missing more than 1 or 2 games. And unfortunately, man, he's going to miss another game this week. He did not make the trip to London, but we're going to miss him because we only have Kyle Pitts, who's still a rookie. Russell Gage coming off an injury. Amadeus Zaccheaus it's going to be a doozy for us, man. Matt Ryan's going to have to take control of this team and hopefully lead us to victory, man. And so Curtis Woods from Stockbridge said, I'm going to go with the whole defense. They suck all around except for Grady Jarrett. We can't stop Washington football team. We can't stop nobody. Our defense gave up 34 points last week. And overall, like I said, the defense is giving up 32 points a game, man. And hopefully we don't let the Jets do this to us because Zach Wilson is a rookie quarterback. Our defense is very young, but we have more chemistry. We should beat the New York Jets. We should beat the New York Jets, but the Falcons are going to continue to play like a special needs team, and it is ridiculous, man. I hope we get it together. Jacob Berry from Stockbridge gave us an 8 out of 10, 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest, 8 being his disappointment prediction for the week. And he picked Calvin Ridley not coming due to a personal matter. So Calvin Ridley just all around disappointed Atlanta Falcons fans. So like again, if it's anything less than death, Calvin Ridley, there's no excuse for you missing a game, especially a game where you're supposed to be redeeming yourself after missing 4 drop passes. This feels like when I would get in trouble in school and I try and stay home so I wouldn't get written up or suspended in school. And it feels like Calvin Ridley is avoiding the principal's office. Calvin Ridley is supposed to come to the principal's office and take your punishment like a man, and you decided not to do that. So the Jets, they are a disastrous football organization, man. Their offense is averaging 11 points a game. They're averaging 199 yards passing a game, 76 yards rushing a game. In total, 307.8 yards a game. And overall, they have a -6 in the turnover ratio, means that they are giving the ball over 6 more times than they are taking it away. Now, granted, compared to that, the Atlanta Falcons are averaging 19.5 points a game, 232 passing yards a game, 86 rushing yards a game, and in total 334 total yards a game, and we have a -2 turnover ratio. So, like I said, we have the tools to beat this team. On paper, it looks like we have everything necessary to beat this team. Only thing we have to worry about is our mental. If we don't have our chickens right, we won't get our mental right. We will get demolished, and we're going to be embarrassed internationally, man. I picked us to lose this game. My disappointment rating prediction is going to be a 5 because we're playing in the colonizer land, man. The original colonizers were going back there to play a football game, and I don't want to be embarrassed, man. I'll tell you this, Atlanta Falcons. If you lose this game, don't come back home. You stay there. Don't you come. I don't want to see no Falcons playing in the sky. If you lose this game, don't come home. You're no longer Atlanta Falcons. You're the London Falcons, London Pigeons, whatever you want to call yourselves. You're no longer Falcons. You no longer represent Atlanta if you lose this game. That means you're going to be on punishment. Don't come outside. Don't answer the phone. Don't play no video games. Don't talk to your friends. When you get off that bus, you come straight to your room and you go to bed. You don't do nothing else. You don't have fun. You're not allowed to have fun, Atlanta Falcons. You're not. If you lose this game, I'm going to be so mad at you. And it's not going to be funny. Ain't nothing about it going to be funny, Atlanta Falcons. If y'all lose this game, I'm going to lose my mind. If y'all lose this game. And I mean that. Y'all better not lose this game. Shouts out to Ace Code and LaKaja Reed, just had a newborn baby. Shouts out to baby Asaya. Welcome to the world, baby Asaya. Atlanta Falcons, man, don't disappoint me. I know it's hard for y'all to do. I know y'all used to giving up major points in a major way, but please, man, please, for the sake of the Atlanta mental health, don't lose to the Jets. We have to beat all these New York teams. We have to. We have to beat all these up top teams, man. Like I said, our game starts at 9:30 in the morning, so that means I'll probably be dropping a video around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Y'all stay tuned for that. Y'all buy my merch. I'm gonna put a link in the bio so y'all can buy in the description so y'all can buy the merch. Like, subscribe, share, follow the video, subscribe to my channel. I got hoodies on the way, so stay tuned for that. Y'all follow my social media. Y'all comment below. SealsMan93 on Instagram, Patrick Seals _93 on Twitter, Patrick Seals on Facebook. I'm Patrick Seals. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day, man. Stay tuned for the next show. Peace.